Hi. I kinda thought you'd never talk to us again.
I understand you're doing this for the village, and that you don't have a choice.
Pretty much, yeah. But look, why don't you go talk to Popola? I think she wanted to discuss the Shadow Lord with you.
I'm headed there next. Oh, and Devila?
Yeah?
Sorry about yesterday. I shouldn't have lost my temper like that.
You don't need to apologize. Anyone would be upset when their friends are hurting. Let Emil and Kaine know that we're sorry, alright?
All right. Popola?
Oh, hello.
Look, I want to apologize for
Stop. You didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, but neither did you. You're just trying to protect the villagers. And I jumped down your throat for it.
It's very kind of you to say so. Regardless, please don't let it trouble you.
Ahem. I believe there was something you wished to discuss with us.
Oh, right. Yes, about that.
Just realized I didn't unmute. That is also part of the reason that I look over multiple times.
You know about the lost shrine,
Because I was going
right?
on about actually being on time this time.
The temple where I was first discovered.
That's it. Well, it seems that the Shadow Lord's lair is connected to it somehow.
Also didn't hear me comment about how those dogs really liked me.
Oh, it was right under our pages the whole time.
But the bridge that leads there is unusable.
So, take a boat.
A boat?
Yes. The canal's finally been repaired. It took a lot longer than expected. What with the shades and all. I also asked them to provide a boat at the path to the Lost Shrine's back entrance. The ferryman will let you use it free of charge. That should make it easier for you to move from town to town.
Thanks, Popola. I feel like you've done so much for me. I'm really grateful. All right, I'll see you around.
And for the love of everything, be careful.
I also wanted to start here because the climb to the Lost Shrine is going to be... It's another climb up to the Lost Shrine. Not exactly my favorite, but at least this time it'll be slightly more
The
interesting.
path above the entrance to the shopping district should lead to the boat landing.
How excellent to know the canal is finished. Hopefully this puts our days of running all over behind us.
The faster we can move, the faster we can save Yona. Let's use it as often as we need.
I also should be able to start picking out where the remake editions start coming in. Since they show up a lot more in Route B.
Hey, look who it is! Remember me?
That red bag. My pages. You're the slovenly half of that couple who refused to stop arguing.
Hey, it's been a while.
Sure has. I've been in charge of this canal since we last talked. Apparently I did a pretty good job with it because they decided to make me the permanent ferryman.
Oh yeah, huh? Congrats.
Thanks. Still, it's not all puppies and unicorns. The old ball and chain is always harping on me now about how much I work. Anyway, if you got a place to be, just let me know and I'll take you there.
Lost Shrine.
The Lost Shrine's up ahead, just past this cave.
As well as the Shadow Lord's castle.
Let us make haste.
Hansel. do you want? Go away, dirty, defective swine. I'm not like you. I'm different. That certainly wasn't there in Route A. I actually never really noticed these buildings before. Or at least I never paid them much attention. And so the slow climb up begins. I have Dark Blast, Dark Wall. For this fight, though... Dark Whirlwind or Dark Execution. You again? Stop bothering me. Grimoire Vice has been taken away. Hansel is dead. There's no reason for me to exist anymore. My life is over. Just leave me alone. What?
Ain't you excited, sunshine? We finally get to bathe in blood.
Don't talk to me.
I want to kill so bad I can barely stand it.
That is something new for version 1.22. That line from Tyrion did not exist before. The main implication, at least when it comes to... At least when it comes to us being able to understand some of the shades now, is that, well, even if we are playing from our still similar perspective, we can at least somewhat hear what Kaine hears. Because Kaine also didn't have a line there, at least not in Route A. However, we're also getting cutscenes that we literally just would never have the chance of seeing before. It's almost like the game is changing perspective a little bit. Seeing things from a point of view that isn't just ours. Right, I have the...
This is all too easy.
Technical pride. love how gorgeous this place is. Like, of the design, of the few changes that like were made to some of the areas, I think Lost Shrine got the best over, like, the best touch-up of all the locations. It's not like it was super drab before, but it just looks so much better now. I also love the dynamic music. Whoops. 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 Shouldn't have done that. Turn back, turn back.
What's with these guys?
Certainly not your garden variety, Shades.
Their bodies aren't fully functional.
Said I've heard of this. A cursed area where incomplete shades gather.
Bites had a usual response. However, Tyrion also gave an answer. So was Kaine actually just openly asking, or was that to Tyrion specifically? That line is also added in this version. At least I think this... no. I think that one was there before. Because I remember that being the first spot where you heard him. Pull. Push. Pull. Get a lot better at doing these block pushing. These blocks pushing and pulling. Mostly because you're doing it so much. I just realized, this place is rustic too. There's a lot of steel beams. It also looks like a factory warehouse. Oh. Yeah, because these are like freight elevators. The only thing that really makes this look like a shrine is because there's a giant tree growing through the middle. Hold it. And now that little mini-boss hardly does any damage to me, while I'm cleaving off portions of its health. It's almost like the role of underdog has changed. I've treated you all poorly. I mocked you, betrayed you, all because you went Gestalt before the change was complete. But after all this, I think I can understand you. I think we can speak as equals. This makes me very happy. I hope we can spend the rest of our life. What was that?
Kaine? Emil? Look, from now on, I'm going to sleep outside with you.
Why?
I can't accept that you aren't allowed in the village. It's stupid.
So you're staging a protest? Fun!
Don't waste your time.
But it just feels wrong.
Well, that's really nice of you, but you still don't have to stay out here with us.
Emil.
You've got a super important mission. You can't sleep out in the rain. What if you catch a cold? Besides, I like camping with Kaine. Sometimes we sit around the fire and tell stories, or roast...
Emil, that's enough. I got a fucking image to maintain.
We seem to be surrounded by a mob of helpless puppies.
Just kick them aside.
An illusion of puppies and your first reaction is kick them? Cool. Don't you touch them.
What's going on? There's dozens of them!
Stop, little ones. They're too strong for you.
These are creatures of the darkness. Lure them to the light. Pathetic to the end, I see.
Aim for that statue. It's the leader.
I'm not their leader. It is I who rely on them. It is they who saved me. Stop hurting my friends.
Oh, you're funny. I'm gonna start crying.
Foolish creatures. You cannot hope to best me.
These little bastards just keep coming.
These creatures cannot abide the sun. Lure them into the light. Have you felled the beast?
Those are my friends.
This is one stubborn son of a bitch.
Damn it, damn it, damn it!
Hey there, Sunshine. You ain't feeling bad for this freak, are ya? Ain't no turning back now. You gotta lust for blood. Embrace the slaughter. All we know is the thrill of battle. Ain't that right, Kaine?
Dark Lance.
Kaine!
Oh, you're kidding me!
Kaine!
Move. Come on, you stupid arm. Move. We are incomplete, but our friends make us whole. We are mocked, abused, and hated, but our friends keep us strong. That is what keeps us going. Do not stand in the way of our lives. These are my friends. Come on, move.
Kaine! Are you alright? Kaine!
I fear there is little we can do for her.
No! Kaine!
What is happening?
It's all over for you, Sunshine.
Kaine! Kaine! It's Kaine's shade!
With no other choice, we must strike it down.
Kaine! Come back! Kaine! Kaine!
Kaine!
I couldn't hold it back. I can't be with...
We're always going to be together, Kaine. If you transform again, we'll just stop it again. As many times as it takes. I don't care how tough it is. We're gonna get you back. I like sleeping outside because I'm with you, Kaine. I'm able to ignore my appearance and keep going because of you. I'm weak, and I'm sad, and I'm lonely. But you make me strong. You're my friend, and I need you. So don't you dare leave me!
All right. Stop crying. And thanks. I'm all right.
I love Emil.
Over there.
So, because this gives me an excuse to also just keep listening to Kaine Salvation. Yeah, the bosses get a lot easier the further you get, because the more that you're in new game, the more that you're in the other routes, you deal more damage, which just makes slaughtering them a lot easier. And it turns from it feeling like a boss fight to you kind of just, again, slaughtering them as you get to understand more of them, and as they're pleading for their lives. It turns feeling like an actual hero into seeing who you actually are. You're a fight they have no chance of winning against.
And what is this?
It's me. It's got some kind of writing on it, but I don't know what it says.
How remarkably useless of you. Well, let's go ask Popola.
There is only one fight, however, where that does not hold true until Route C.
It's a cipher of some kind.
Can you determine its meaning?
I think this is the key to unlocking the Shadow Lord's castle.
Also welcome, Koyasu.
Here, take a look at this.
Loyal Cerberus, the Memory Tree, Sacrifice, and Law of Robotics.
I wrote down all the words I can understand. This fragment is called the Stone Guardian. Given that you found it in the Lost Shrine, the words must mean something. There are spaces here for 4 other fragments as well. Sacrifice, the Law of Robotics, the Memory Tree, Loyal Cerberus. The Law of Robotics probably refers to the Junk Heap, and the Memory Tree might be the Forest of Myth. But as for Sacrifice and Loyal Cerberus, I don't have a clue.
Not a problem. If we want to fill in the words, we just run around the world killing every big monster we find, right?
Oh, splendid. By all means, let us undertake a murderous rampage.
Quite on the nose,
They're
Vice.
just shades. Besides, it's the only way to reach the Shadow Lord.
It's a dangerous task.
Yeah, well, Yona's in even more danger.
But how can you even be sure that she's...
Because she is! Right? The Junk Heap and the Forest of Myth, yeah? I'm on my way.
Please be careful. Oh, and listen. About Kaine and Emil. The villagers know how much they've sacrificed, and they're thankful. It's just... they're scared, you know? People can't change overnight. I'll hurry them along the best I can. But can you please give them a little more time?
I'll try.
One thing that is also interesting is that Forest of Myth is one of the few that don't really change between the routes.
Popola said we might be able to find some...
You will forgive me if I seem less than enthusiastic about such a trip.
Forest of Myth hardly changes, but the Junk Heap has the most significant change. Which is why also these routes get faster and faster to do. But it also means that the Forest of Myth becomes interesting for its own reasons. And because Force of Myth was mostly just a text adventure, it makes you wonder how exactly did they make it interesting if you can just mash through and remember all the answers from last time. Whoa, you're dangerous.
The home of that blasted dream.
Yeah.
Truly a nightmare I hope never to experience again.
I hear you.
Level 28.
Oh, hello. How are things? You want to know if anything unusual is happening? Well, I have been feeling a rather strange presence whenever I visit the Divine Tree.
The Divine
Divine
Tree?
Tree?
It's a legendary tree that exists in the heart of our village.
Did you investigate the cause of this presence?
Not really, no.
And why not?
Well, we're not really supposed to go near the tree, except for prayer.
And why is that?
I don't know. It's just how things have always been.
Tradition. A very big tree.
We are the grass, the trees, the woods.
Why do we seem to encounter nothing but odd people lately?
You should talk, Vice.
As if Grimoire Weiss is capable of spouting such nonsense.
Hang on. I don't think it's done.
Is the dark entity that governs all memories. May the words form themselves to your liking.
Does that mean it'll tell us what we want to know? That'd be nice.
Black, pure darkness painted over everything. Words scattered here and there across the blackness. Kind words, difficult words, amorous words, all sparkling in the dark like jewels. The words are few now, but time is shorter. Grabbing the words in desperation, the tree turned to the sky. This is wrong, whispered the tree in the voice of wind through the leaves. This is not how it was supposed to be. The plan has failed. Once long ago, the tree had remembered everything about the world. This was its task, its function, its purpose. It shivered with something approaching joy as it collected the memories of mankind. This was no accident. Emotions were as much a part of the tree as root and bark. Memories collected like dew on the thick green leaves of the tree, and once they had formed a web that spanned the entire world. Words collapsed into sunlight before passing through the leaves and into the pool of memory. From the pool, the words joined together to form colonies. The colonies united into whirlpools of light, and light coalesced into stars. Each star was like a child of the tree, and it loved them all. Look at my memory. A child is here, brought low by disease. He is far too young to have suffered so. Thin beyond words, the boy's skin is a shade paler than the bleached sheets upon which he lies. His parents no longer visit him, for they cannot bear to watch him suffer. The doctors have long since surrendered his fate to the gods. The boy, too, has abandoned hope. Strange emotions, weariness, hatred, swell within the dark recesses of his young heart. He tries to reject the black terror that germinates in his body, but no amount of effort or tears can drive the invader away. He has long ceased to resent his parents and doctors. Once he did, but now his pain is so great that there is little room in his heart to think of others. Only one person brings the boy comfort, a healthy young girl with tan skin and deep blue eyes. She is a beacon of brightness and light in the boy's world. Her very presence is a comfort to him. But he is unable to look upon her face. Whenever they meet, the boy is filled with loathing for his own state. Soon this loathing eats away at what joy he receives from the girl's visits. The girl will stop coming. He knows this. His every waking moment is spent in fear of this day. He thinks that if he could talk to her, he could tell her his feelings. This might not be so, but this conversation never happens. The girl disappears. The boy dies alone. The tree scoops up this memory and carefully stores it within itself. Etched upon it is a single word, envy. Look at my memory. There's a female warrior. Her greatest enemy is a beast with red eyes that she cannot fully comprehend. When she strikes it with her sword, it turns into a pillar of salt and dies. But when the white smoke clears, a new enemy arises, and another, and another. The warrior knows that her struggle is folly, but fighting the unending stream of enemies fills her with a sense of joy and purpose. Somewhere deep in a warrior's drug-addled mind lies a vague memory of a daughter. Perhaps the child exists only in her head, the dying remnants of a powerful dream she does not know. Her friends and fellow warriors come and go. Some flee in terror, some are eaten. She began to fight with 63 companions, but most are gone now. The warrior's body shudders. She does not understand why at first. By the time she hears the fierce low sound, the area is already enclosed in darkness. Looking up, the warrior sees a beast so large that it blots out the sky. She is laughing. She has been doing so for as long as she can remember. Covered in blood and dirt, the warrior laughs. She laughs and laughs until the town that contains her daughter collapses into a pile of dust. This memory has been stored for a long time. It is etched with a single word, loss. Look at my memory. A red dragon falls from the heavens. Ah, that memory has been lost. A shame. It was a favorite of mine. After many centuries of existence, the tree saw that its carefully labeled memories were beginning to dwindle. Once seemingly infinite, the memories now seemed ready to disappear forever. The tree did not feel sadness at this. Grief was an emotion beyond its comprehension. It did, however, have the distinct feeling that something was missing. The mountain of memories it had so carefully assembled had disappeared. The tree stretched its branches as far as it could, but new memories refused to flow. The pool of memories was a black, empty pit, a hollow place where life had once flourished. The tree had lost its purpose. There was nothing to be done but sift through the few remaining memories littering the ground under its branches. This is why the tree was pleased when the young man and his companion entered the room. Well, this place is gloomy as hell. The room Banii Cho had entered was almost completely empty. All he could see were a few crystals scattered haphazardly on the ground. Picking up one of the crystals and peering into it, Banii Cho suddenly saw a familiar sight. It was the Forest of Myth, its villagers prisoners of their own dreams. I apologize, the tree thought. That is all that remains. As Banii Cho stared at the jewel, bewildered, a voice suddenly called out from the depths of his mind. The voice implored them to listen. It was an order. Following it was mandatory. Abruptly, the pair realized that they must listen. They must listen. Weiss, look there. A small shadowy presence appeared from beneath the floor. It appeared to be a shade. The shade grasped several jewels in its hand. More jewels tumbled out of its mouth like shards of broken teeth, sights and sounds tinkling from each other from each one before vanishing forever. The creature was abusing the memories, treating the precious objects like a collection of cheap playroom toys. The shade appears to be consuming the memories. These things eat memories? The tree extended a branch toward Banii Cho. Without a second thought, Banii Cho brought his blade down on the shade, tearing its stomach wide. Jewels burst from the shade and poured across the chamber floor. Look, thought the tree. There is the conviction memory I had lost, and satisfaction, and many others as well. Yes, this is good. The tree opened its mouth and attempted to speak, but no sound emerged. A millennium of silence and solitude had caused the tree to forget certain things, but rather than be upset, it greeted the development with good cheer. Focusing all its power on the riddle of speech, the tree formed a kind of makeshift vocal cord and tried again. Ahem, I implore. It spat out a glimmering green jewel. One more time. I implore you. There we are. What was the color of the lost envy? It was blue, this time. It spoke. This shade has intelligence and emotion. Who cares? Banii Cho brushed Weiss's comment aside as his sword sliced through the shade's right arm. The shade extended its remaining arm to Banii Cho. I must touch him. I must make contact. The moment its fingers brushed against Banii Cho, the tree felt a warm sensation begin to burn. Something hot coursed through its fingers, up its arm and out its entire body. It was an emotion, more than the entity had felt in centuries. The tree cried out in surprise and joy. 1,000 years alone, 1,000 years in quiet contemplation. The tree felt like it was going to break apart. For long centuries, the tree had been alone, its heart sealed with heavy chains, but no more. New, powerful emotions began to take hold, causing its heart to lighten. This was more than the simple emotion it had been designed to feel. It was the beginning of a soul. And the young man was the key. This was the promise made long ago. This was how it would be released. The tree's stomach began to throb in pain, a new and unpleasant sensation, but the time was not yet right. I implore you, how many were lost by the warrior who fought the red-eyed beast? Her daughter and 63 friends. Okay, riddle time is over. I'm gonna kill this stupid shade once and for all. Something round and shiny fell from the open stomach and clattered to the ground. The key, cried the book. Secure the key. The man's sword slowed. Time began to dilate around them, stretching and slowing. Time is essential. The next word must be heard. The words exploded, become difficult to discern their meaning. The pool of memories began to crack as infinite blackness burrowed its way into the wall. This world is falling apart. How can a word of letters, I implore, most important thing, work. Yo. The light was complete. The memories disappeared. The tree's identity began to dissolve. As the letters slowly faded, Banii was drawn back to the real world, and the tree was satisfied.
What in the... I never realized shades were capable of rational thought.
I don't care if they can tap dance and play the fiddle. I just want to kill him without all this hassle.
With the tree defeated, we no longer have to worry about being buried in its world of letters. Unless, of course, time itself begins to rewind.
And there you go. That is the one thing that doesn't change. Except for the junk heap.
Popola said we might be able to find a key fragment in the junk heap.
Perhaps we can find a clue at Two Brothers' weaponry.
So that segment doesn't change. However, it is the only segment in which Weiss and the player character can acknowledge that a shade has consciousness or can speak. And also the manner in which Sleeping Beauty speaks is also very important. It seemed to have certain emotions tied with the shade. Sleeping Beauty is the one that I constantly feel like I learn something new, or I observe something new each time that I do it. Ow. Oh, and the major gimmick with that when it comes to replays is the fact that the color of the envy and the number of the woman's warriors change each time. Not necessarily each time, but they have a 1 in 3 chance of being any of those ones that were listed before. That's why you can't just mash through it. Because if you mash through it, then you're not picking up the number of warriors and you're not picking up the colors. And if you miss that, then you have to repeat that segment so that you can get it right. Personally, I just like hearing about the red dragon falling again and again. But that memory seems to have faded. Speaking of memories...
Damn! Where'd they go? Get him! Don't let him escape!
Are we gonna time him? My child?
I see something over there!
You're almost grown up now, my child. Stay strong. You must run now, do you understand? Run as fast as you can. What about you? I'll challenge them and give you time to escape. No, you can't. Be safe, my child. Be safe and happy. Promise me that you will remember your mother. Let's go together.
Here! They're in here!
No, don't leave me. Mom, why? Who's there?
Who are you?
I'm Khalil. What's your name?
Military defense robot, P-33. You are an intruder. You must be eliminated. Error. There is something leaking from your eyes.
I'm crying, you big dumb robot. I miss my mom.
What is crying? Who is Mom?
Doesn't matter. I can't see her again because she's dead.
My creator is also dead. He perished hundreds of years ago.
Hundreds of years ago? Really?
874 years, 10 months, 14 days, 4 hours, and 43 minutes. 44 minutes.
Aren't you lonely?
I am incapable of being lonely, or missing others, or crying.
I'm crying because I don't want to die.
You will die.
If the humans catch me, they're gonna kill me.
Why will they kill you? I will not permit the humans to kill Khalil.
Huh?
Military defense robot P-33 will protect you.
You're gonna help me?
P-33 is charged with defending others. P-33 will defend Khalil.
Hooray! Thanks, robot. And since we're friends now, I'm gonna call you Beepy.
Man, there's gotta be tons of machinery here.
Yeah, but I don't know how much we can actually use.
Oh, wow. Check this out. It looks brand new.
Hey, be careful, all right? This place is dangerous.
I'll be fine.
Oh no!
Huh?
Look out!
Huh? 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 Jacob? Oh God, this can't be happening. Jacob! Jacob! No!
Wow, that was scary.
The noise of the intruders caused the structure to fail. They should have proceeded with more caution. One intruder has perished.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think they were chasing me. He seemed nice.
The junk heap. Perhaps we should speak to the brothers. They might know something about this.
Oh, hey there. It's been a while.
You're the little one, aren't you? You've grown up.
How fares your brother?
My brother's been dead for 4 years.
Oh, I see. Please forgive the question.
It's okay.
I need to ask you something.
What is it?
You heard any rumors about shades around here? Not the little ones. I'm looking for one that's unusually big and powerful.
No, I haven't heard about anything like that. But I haven't really been listening. All I want is to destroy robots. Just rip them up.
Okay. Never mind then.
See you later.
Wait!
Yes.
I recently got my hands on a weapon. A very powerful weapon. I thought you might get some use out of it.
Obtained the two-handed sword Iron Will, but I thought we already got this in our first playthrough.
Don't we already have this weapon?
These things happen the second time around. This sword has seen better days.
It is very worth finishing.
Yeah, it's pretty beat up. I mean, there's potential, but it's
It is very worth
powerless
finishing
right now.
not only the first time, but also second, third, depending on how you go, sometimes fourth.
Can you repair it?
I can repair anything with the proper materials.
If you'll fix it, I'll get the parts.
I'm so glad I decided not to throw this out. I'm gonna need some memory alloy. Only the real big enemies on the second basement level have them, so watch yourself. Also, here's the passcode to get down there. Use it on the elevator.
You got it.
Have to head to B2. So, because of that flashback, you get to see, like, properly that it was kind of Gideon's own doing. So, his own misunderstanding of the entire situation causes him to irrationally hate machines for 4 years. And eventually leads into a lifelong obsession.
It's a shame about the older lad. He was but a child.
Sounds like you went into a dangerous area for the sake of the business.
Like, it's nobody's fault that what happened. It's just... he made a rash assumption. Now it's devoted his entire life to hate.
The elder brother postponed his joy for the sake of his sibling. Do you think he was ever truly happy?
Just making his little brother happy would have been enough. That's what being an older brother is like.
I think I'd said it before during my first time through here. But like, this story on both routes works incredibly well, both for Brother and Papa Nier. Uh-oh. Mostly because when you get the actual story from the Shade's perspective, it's... I have to go left. It's about a parent protecting their child. Uh-oh. But then you also still have the continuous connections of the brothers' affection for one another. I need to remember which way I go. I think I go all the way. Yeah, I'm going the right way. So of the from the Force of Myth not really changing much to getting more of an understanding of what's actually happening in the Junkie, it's a really nice contrast, which is also why I tend to do Force of Myth first, since it's kind of faster to do. Yeah, Nier was very much a product of that era. Because they thought that Brother Nier wouldn't really relate to Western audiences. But then they also still get their... Oh, I still have... Uh-oh, that's right. I should have put on Dark Blast. But then they still... Ooh. But then the original Gestalt and Replicant versions allowed you to at least, in theory, pick which one you got. But that's more a result of, that's more a result of it being on different systems. Okay, that was the memory I needed. Because if I remember, I think it was... If I remember correctly, it was the PS3 version that got Brother Nier, which was Replicant. And then the 360 got Gestalt, which is Nier. And Gestalt, the 360 version, was the base version that was used for the global release. Which is also why they never really used the name Replicant before. Oh, I forgot this door. Please, please, please open. Please stay open. Okay. I could've swore that there was, like, a bomb that spawned closer to there, so I didn't have to risk the door opening or closing like that. But also, because those first two segments are now done, or at least these first two segments will be done, I don't need to go here. Why was I gonna do that? Because of those first two segments being done, we can now go immediately to Luis. Since the one after... No, because there would also be... No, because I think I can do Aerie. I think you talk to Popola and then she gives you the one for Aerie, and then after that is Little Mermaid. Thank you, Emil. And also, because of how much stronger you're getting with each route, it gets slightly faster each time dealing with the bosses. Which also just means doing the routes get a little bit easier. So you're only just kind of like hammering in what you should do, for what you should be doing for the objectives. Okay, ready? What's a ship?
A large seagoing vessel that carries freight and passengers over bodies of water.
Yay, you're so great, BB. You learned so much.
You have taught me much, Khalil. You have helped to expand my vocabulary. You have instructed me in the ways of the outside world.
Well, there's tons of stuff I don't know either. Maybe we should leave here and go explore the world.
Because we are friends.
That's right. It's gonna be fun. There's also such impending sense of dread for each one of those that you end up getting. Because you're learning more about them, and you're like, oh, they had their own things that they were doing, they had their own lives, and they had their own wants. But I already know how this ends.
That's some pretty impressive stuff you found. I'll start upgrading your weapon right away. And since you did me a favor, I won't even charge you for it. Well, Actually, this is gonna take a little more time than I thought. No sense in you waiting around. I'll send you a letter once it's ready.
That would be great.
So while you still have to do, like, the 2
Appears we
visits
have
there,
some free time on our hands.
Maybe Popol has found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
so while it still kind of forces you to do that first trip, coming back here is still helpful since you can upgrade your weapons. It being incredibly slow is also a very common reason why a lot of people dropped off of it. OST definitely never being a complaint from things I've heard. Though I might be a little bit biased since it is kind of like my favorite OST from like anything. It's my favorite video game OST. The only song I didn't like from the original was this one. I'm trying to remember if it was Song of Radiant Hills or Son of Radiant Hills. But I only didn't like it because it was the only, like, kind of pseudo-happy track in the entire game. I'm sorry, is that a quest? Ow.
How did it come to this? My life is over, I tell ya. Over!
I sense another inane and time-consuming request coming on. Best to just walk away while you still can.
Easy, Vess. Hey there. What's
Are
going
they
on?
fighting? They are.
Whoa, friend. Whoa is what's going on. So I ended up having to work on me and my honey bun's wedding anniversary, right? And since we couldn't celebrate the occasion together, things got a little, heated. I want to make it right and get back in her good books, but I'm a little in over my head. Think you could help a guy out?
The promised gift.
Take a hell of a present to make up for a missed wedding anniversary.
I thought the same thing, so I asked my sweet dumpling if there's anything she wants. And she told me I want that thing you promised me back when we were newlyweds.
That thing?
Exactly! The problem is I can't for the life of me remember what it was. Can you believe I forgot? I am just the worst. So, you have any idea what my wife might want? Come on, you gotta help me out here.
What comes to mind when imagining the ferryman's wife? How they argue, her dark hair, her red bag.
Well, you guys carry matching red bags, right?
Red? Aha! That's it! We got married after learning we had a shared love of all things crimson, so she'll definitely want something red.
I'm not gonna be judgmental. Getting married because you both like the color red doesn't really seem like a strong foundation for a relationship. But what do I know?
I remain skeptical this will lead us to something his wife truly desires.
We're so close, I can taste it. Let's see, red. Yeah, I got nothing here. What do you think I should give her?
Buddy, this is your gift. She likes apples.
Oh, girls like sweet things, right?
What, like apples? Yeah, she loves apples, but the problem is she already eats them all the time.
A rose?
Flowers? Everyone loves a good flower.
Yeah, I don't feel like I've seen my wife giving two hoots about flowers, like, ever.
How about
Then a
fancy
ruby.
jewel?
Yeah, I guess she might have mentioned wanting something like that a long time ago. This is getting us nowhere.
Can you believe she actually married this lout?
You know what? Fine. I'll just get her apples, a red jewel, and some red flowers, and call it a day. Should be easy enough for me to get the apples and flowers squared away in Seafront, but I'll probably need your help finding a red jewel. So, what do you say?
How could I say no when you look at us with those puppy dog eyes? Sure, we'll track you down a jewel.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! Once you found it, just bring it right to my home in Seafront, okay?
How am I supposed to find a red jewel?
Something appears to be amiss with these creatures.
Well, yeah, they're shades.
That is not what I meant. How to explain it?
You think about it while I kill him.
Good. How am I supposed to find a red jewel? Needless to say, this is also something that's this is something that's added for 1.22. I legitimately have no idea where I would find the ruby. Probably not the junk heap. My best guess would probably be somewhere in the Lost Shrine. And if I also have to do this before, if I also have to do this before Louise, that's, maybe Facade? That's like the only place I can think of for that. I don't even know if I've ever did that side quest either. Huh. I'll keep that in mind for C. I legitimately don't even know where I would start for that one.
Learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's Key, Popola?
You know, I was just going to talk to you about that. You remember the Eyrie, right?
That depressing shell of a village?
Sacrifice.
Not so much anymore, it sounds like. I just got this letter from the village chief. Have a look.
I'll just shut away. It's the same as before.
Sacrifice. Isn't that the name of one of the key fragments?
That's right. I've been trading notes with leaders from every town in the land.
You're amazing, Popola.
This entire affair strikes me as a bit too convenient.
I'm afraid Grimoire Weiss is correct.
This one is also going to be a lot less fun now that we can understand the shades.
What do you mean?
The area has been shut off from the world for years, and now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord.
I agree. It seems rather unnatural.
You're overthinking it. Besides, I don't care if it's dangerous. I won't get Yona back by just sitting around and waiting. If there are shades there, I'll just kill him and be done with it.
Oh dear.
Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess I won't stop you. Try speaking with the chief when you get there.
Actually, Route C would give me a good chance to see where a bunch of side quests are.
Alright, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
That line appears there because you can come here after one of your first two visits, and then you would still get the choice of where you want to go, and basically auto-select. And basically select which place you want to go.
I cannot fathom that village setting up a mercantile. They must have truly opened their minds.
Yeah, I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
Home? The place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
Ooh, The village. It's home to so many terrible little memories. Isn't it, Kaine?
Shut up, shut up, shut up!
We do not desire.
We do not desire needless conflict.
If we can continue to live with humans,
Then we can continue to live peacefully.
But that young man will come.
Yes, the young man will come.
He will kill us all. Women and children included.
what should we do? What can we do?
You don't get to get a good look of it now, but you still get to see if that little painting, or at least the little picture that she drew. Her and Kali. It's gonna be gut punch after gut punch. I'm really not looking forward to it. Though hopefully I can pick up an eagle egg. I'm honestly just really hoping that I get incredibly lucky so I don't have to deal with it. So I don't have to deal with running in and out multiple times. Because doing that before on PS3 was not great.
Hello? We're here from Popola's village.
It's all over.
We came to ask about the letter you sent.
Our days are numbered. Our village is doomed.
As cheerful as ever, it seems.
You're the one who wrote the letter, right?
I don't know about any letter.
What the hell is going on here?
It may be faster for us to take our inquiries elsewhere. Let us ask around. Someone must know something.
Of all the... this is not getting easier. Of all the times where the game really does kind of pull you into thinking like maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, this part specifically keeps pulling me like harder and harder each time that I do it. It really doesn't get easier.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
So, you know about the letter?
Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Which is it, man? Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine?
You could say that.
Ah, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you? Indeed. Our aim is to defeat every last one. Every last one? Everyone? Everyone. Everyone.
Vice!
Beware, this man is a shade.
Damn it! It's a trap!
I figured as much.
You guys sure are taking your goddamn time.
1,000 apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Want some help?
A carnival of murder? I love it.
Kaine, the villagers are possessed!
But not all of them. Some are still human, so be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Put down that weapon, please. I beg of you. Get out of here! No way! I'm not going to abandon my own sister!
Kaine, what's going on?
Don't be fooled by this lady. She's a shade.
No! No! You people are the monsters here!
Stay back, kid. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care what she is. She's my sister, and I love her.
Kaine!
Why have you done this? We just want to live our lives in peace.
Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
You possessed monster. It is you who have lost your humanity. You are the true monsters.
What madness. These people are behaving as if we are the villains.
You are the cursed ones. You're the ones who should die.
Banii!
Kill them! Kill them now!
No! You've got to stop this! We're trying to save you from the shades! Please, you have to stop!
Emil!
We need to get out of here. Kaine!
Villagers are under attack over there.
Why are you here? Everything was fine until you showed up.
I only just now got the tutorial for collecting materials. Sure, okay. But... Jeez.
What could those black swirls be?
The main thing when it...
God, help us! Help us, please! We are shades!
The main thing that comes with the Aerie, or at least comes to the Aerie, the residents were living
Why did you even come here?
kind of in tandem with the Shades. Which is why they closed themselves off from a bunch of the other villages.
Get them.
Go away! I can't deal with this! Just leave me alone!
So while it looks like we're clearing this place out of possessed people and Shades, we're effectively just kind of slaughtering the people who live here.
What's happening?
I never noticed the little butterflies.
By my pages. Is this beast a shade as well?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
No! If we keep this up, We're gonna kill them all! We can't let that happen!
Village, our girl, where am I? Who am I? So all of them just melted into one.
Something from within the creature.
Is this the combined power of all those shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. The first to waver is the first to die.
Can I push back?
I sense magic coming from the center of that eye.
I think I dealt the maximum amount of damage I can take right now. Yeah.
I think those are actual people!
Hold nothing back. Those are shades. Now, focus your magic on the beast's center.
Solazar.
The surrounding tentacles appear to
There we go.
deflect magic.
In case if the Ava reference wasn't clear enough.
Look out! Something's coming!
Its weak point is located around the back. Try attacking it from above.
I'll try to pin it down!
Emil!
Please.
Emil!
I'll keep it busy! You should be able to attack! From behind! Go around and get it! Please, hurry!
Emil can handle this. We must circle behind the creature at once.
I think this was the first boss that I really noticed in at least this playthrough, or at least this remake, about the certain HP thresholds. Where if you get a little bit too fast, the boss won't instantly die. Like, well,
Did we get it?
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming! Gotta catch my breath.
Careful, Emil. It won't help anyone if we lose you here. Damn it! We beat the hell out of that thing. How can it still move?
Its combined powers are beyond even my greatest suspicion.
the replays also make it very interesting because the there's certain speed achievements.
I'm on it.
Their speed achievements are beating, I think, every boss within a fixed time limit. It's not uniform between all the bosses, but there is... It's basically like a speedrun challenge. Which is easier for the second half on your multiple replays, but it's harder on the first half since you don't get to restart that one. You effectively get one shot before each boss to kind of get it within that speed challenge. Which also reminds me,
gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
Ah, fuck. This ain't good, Sunshine.
Uncontrollable magic. This is also new for version 1.22. I have to protect the people I love. That was my only thought as I unleashed up magic powerful enough to destroy not only the Shade, but everyone else as well. All of them. So many innocent lives. Destroy. Eviscerate. Crush. Kill. These are the dark impulses that override all other thoughts. As a being that was created to be a magical weapon, these are my instincts. Or maybe it's better to call them our instincts. Emil's dream. Rampage. A klaxon sounds from deep within the bowels of the laboratory. Laboratory as well. Thick metal shutters drop down, sealing off the room with a series of dull metal thuds. Abort the experiment. Number 6 is out of control. Everyone get out of here now. Get out of... The researcher's words are abruptly cut off as a massive hand materializes out of the gloom and lifts him high into the air. The researcher begins to scream. He screams and screams, the sound echoing off the walls of the laboratory until the hand squeezes down, coating the room in a deep crimson hue. The rest of his colleagues stand in silence, mouths open, unable to process what they have just seen. Then a female scientist takes a step back and lets fly with a heartbreaking wail. But this is a terrible mistake, for the sound of her cry suddenly brings forth a monster in all its terrible glory. Its body is a bloated corpse, its head a grinning skull. And it is massive, many times the size of a human. The head lolls from side to side as it tromps about the room on all fours, bringing to mind the wild maneuverings of some wretched starving beast. This creature, this thing, is experimental weapon number 6, also known as Halua. No, oh no, please stop. Oh God, save me. Save me. I don't want to die. One by one, the maddened cries of the researchers are silenced. If number 6 understands their petitions, it pays them no heed, instead continuing its rampage of destruction and slaughter with a focus that borders on obsession. After an eternity, the screaming stops. The alarms fall silent, and only then does the creature make a sound, howling out with an unfathomable roar that echoes up and down the empty halls of the blood-soaked laboratory. It's a sound that curses those who had dared bring such evil into the world, and yet one that also seems to be pleading for help. Two sets of footsteps echo in an otherwise silent corridor in the first level of the laboratory. One step belongs to a young boy, his eyes blindfolded and his hands restrained. The other belongs to a severe man in a long white coat. The man drags the boy along by means of a long chain attached to a set of shackles on his wrists. Rubble is scattered here and there across the floor of the corridor, making the journey an exceedingly difficult one for a boy who cannot see. Excuse me. Could you please walk a bit slower, sir? I'm not used to being blindfolded and... Rather than stopping, the man only increases his pace, causing the boy to stumble in an attempt to keep up. This last humiliation proves too much, and the boy finds himself unable to resist his fall. Without the ability to brace himself, he topples to the floor, smashing his head on a pile of debris and causing a trickle of blood to worm its way down his pale, frightened face. Agonized by the pain, the boy inadvertently opens his eyes, causing the falling drops of blood to emit a strange crackling sound before transforming into tiny white rocks. "Close your damn eyes," roars the man. "Yes, sir," stammers the boy as he slams his eyelids shut. He hadn't realized the blindfold had slipped off during the fall, but now he keeps his eyes seized shut so tightly that sparkles appear against the black of his vision. The boy is Emil, also known as Number 7. He is a magical weapon whose eyes are capable of turning to stone anything that falls under their gaze. "Don't look at me," barks the man. "Never look at me." "I'm sorry, sir. I'm looking at the ground now, so if you just hand me the blind..." Instead of waiting for him to finish, the man extends one foot and presses Emil's face to the floor with a heavy black boot. "Sir, stop. You're hurting me." "I told you to keep your eyes and mouth shut, so do it." The man knows this boy, this weapon, could wipe him out with a single glance, and yet subduing him in this way gives a sense of relief. After making certain the boy is sufficiently cowed, the man leans down, retrieves the blindfold, and knots it tightly around the boy's quivering head. "Right then, on your feet. Let's move." Emil staggers to his feet, trying to ignore the red liquid oozing down his face. The blood doesn't matter. The pain doesn't matter. All that matters is finishing the job they had set out for him to do. The second level of the laboratory is in even worse shape than the first. Environs? The environs are littered with rubble and rock, making the thought of a decent foothold laughable. When the man's eyes linger on a section of rubble stained a deep red, he has a sudden image of warm, gooey brownies slathered into a strawberry sauce. His stomach lurches at the thought, but when he attempts to avert his eyes, they land on the remains of a human being rendered into what could only be described as paste. The man blinks. His mind goes strangely blank before attempting to determine exactly how many humans had been sacrificed to create the scattered piles of flesh around him. After a moment, his thoughts simply cease altogether, as if his mind realizes that trying to put such a thing into form is folly. "You can go the rest of your way on your own," says the man in a voice much weaker than he wishes it to be. "I mean, what does it matter? You're not even human. You're a monster." With this, the man spins around and dashes back down the hall. A helpless Emil simply listens as the footsteps of his erstwhile captor fade into the distance. Emil finds himself alone in a room with the stench of death and blood. For a moment, he considers opening his eyes, but the thought of the horrors that await him quickly squashed this plan. Instead, he stands still and listens intently. Eventually, a far-off sound reaches his ears. That's the howl I heard before. Emil resumes walking, using the sound of the distant voice to guide him, almost as if it was calling him home. By the time Emil reaches the third level, he is moving on memory as much as sound. His hands and face are covered in fresh wounds from numerous falls, but every time he thinks about giving up, his mind returns to his sister. We studied together. We ate cookies together. We cried together. We laughed together. And sometimes I was the only one who got yelled at. That's why I was never lonely. Our being together allowed me to stay strong. For Emil, his sister was all he had to live for. So holding the feeling close to his chest, he presses on, one slow step after the other. Finally, Emil finds himself drawing close to a certain experimental chamber in the deepest part of the laboratory. The Hallow's very close now, and as he touches the switch that controls the door, he thinks about his mission. Number 6 is the ultimate weapon. She is his sister, and he must turn her to stone. The door slowly opens, revealing the massive interior of the experimentation chamber. After a few steps, Emil removes his blindfold and slowly opens his eyes. His sister lurks before him, but she looks nothing like the girl he once knew. Instead, he sees a savage beast crawling on all fours through the shredded remains of researchers. As the thing that had been his sister stops and tilts its head in Emil's direction, he focuses his gaze on it. A series of soft crunching sounds emerge from the creature as his magic does its terrible work. First the fingers, then the hands, arms, legs, head. What little color the beast once possessed fades into a dull, ashen gray, and yet somehow it summons what strength remains and pulls itself toward Emil, one slow, lumbering effort at a time. Wailing, the massive monstrosity closes in. Is she worried about me? Or is she coming to kill me? Emil feels prepared to accept either outcome. After all, this was his older sister, the person he loved more than anyone else in the world. Halua, The moment Emil speaks, number 6 comes to a sudden halt. Silence descends on the chamber as the siblings stare at each other. I'm sorry, Halua, but everyone says you're too powerful. They say it's too dangerous unless I seal you away. I'm so sorry. As Emil watches her body begin to turn to stone once more, number 6 simply waits in utter, perfect silence. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. The moment number 6's petrification is complete, her memories flood into Emil's mind. The two of them huddling together in the cold, all alone in the world, with no one to protect them. All she wanted was to save her little brother. And yet, it was that little brother who, in a sense, saved her. The moment the petrification is complete, Emil sinks to his knees. A frozen sister and a little brother racked with sin. Alone in this cold cage, the two of them weep in a single silent voice. It was our combined power that destroyed the Aerie. Whole existences, entire lives, even their memories. We took it all. We took everything. My sweet, gentle sister turned into a monster. And the same thing will happen to me, now that I have her power. If my instincts as a weapon win out and destroy me in the process, if that power ends up hurting someone I love,
What have I done? I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved us. If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you.
But
It's all right. Really. Don't look back.
sacrifice.
We had best be off.
Yeah.
Don't look back. So the game starts you with your camera looking the opposite direction of where your main character is. We turned a child into a murderer.
Let's see if the Junk Heap kid sent us a letter.
I really like that addition for version 1.22. Not only does it provide a little bit of an explanation of stuff that happened for Emil, it also further helps provide that emotional connection between him and Kaine.
You have a letter? A personal request.
He's done a lot for us. We should see what he wants. Off to the Junk Heap, then.
Back to Junk Heap. She said her name was Accord. I really hope we get to see more of Accord, wherever she shows up. Even if she's just passing through. Alright. Time for plot important automatic character.
Hey there. Your weapon is ready to go.
Great. Thanks.
You know, with a weapon like that...
You were going to say?
I need to ask you for a favor.
Oh, yeah?
I want you to avenge my brother.
That is a rather ponderous favor.
It's my mission. It's the whole reason I've been creating these weapons for the past 4 years. I don't care about money. I only care about making a weapon strong enough to kill those bastards.
Which bastards?
The ones in the mountain. That little shade and his robot.
A shade has joined forces with a robot?
There's a shade in there?
Yes.
And what have we decided, hmm?
We're gonna kill it.
Blind hatred. For someone who isn't even responsible. Now I remember. I go down to B2 and I take the route that sends me up so I can climb back up to B1. Watch me say all this and still get lost. Yes. Okay. Yep, I just need to go this way. And full health segment. Well, not a really bullet hell, more just like a normal shmup segment. Level 29. That means those cannons are registered as like normal enemies and give me EXP. Huh. I do remember Junkie being a good place to level up, mostly just because there's so many enemies. Okay, now I gotta slow down a little. I'm mostly pushing forward just to make it move faster. But I'll also move slower if you... It'll move slightly slower if you don't move anywhere. And it'll move slower if you push back. I used to be better at judging this distance. Once you get used to doing that segment like 8 times, you get a lot better at doing it faster. Ow. That's also how I ended up learning about the mashing R1. Because you'll effectively never run out of mana, and it's also just free DPS while you're doing your normal swings. Taps, I think, is the way I'm supposed to go. Actually, I should also double check to make sure if I can upgrade any of my, if I can upgrade the Phoenix Sword. I really wish I could remember where I get my Phoenix Dagger, though. No, wait, I have it, don't I? No. No, I should. No, I don't. Huh. I think that's a quest reward, but I don't remember from where. Okay, I got it right. So I do remember. Junkkeep still takes the longest of all the other ones to get
Never heard
through.
of a shade living with a machine. What's that about?
Don't know, don't care. All that matters is that we kill them both.
Junkkeep is still the longest to get through, but as long as you remember your route, you can get through it pretty quickly.
Right.
Are you mad?
Beat's going the long way around. Come on.
Plot critical character.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminate.
Looks like we found it.
Good lord, it's enormous.
Intruder detected. Scanning. Scanning. Exterminate.
Good, beat him good.
Look at the shade!
That thing is commanding the robot somehow.
Aim for the legs! Knock it down! Take out the shade!
Exterminating. Aim. 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 Aim.
PP, wait, that's enough. You're gonna be destroyed if you keep fighting.
Must defend my mission.
I can't live without you. I wanna be alone again.
No, damn it. That's a shade. It's a shade!
Kill him. Kill him. Feel the hate inside you.
Exterminating. Aim. 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 Aim.
This thing can transform?
Watch for falling debris!
Look out!
This attack. PP, what are you doing?
Escape. 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 No. See the world. Earl. Earl. Earl.
No, you can't. You can stop now. You've done enough.
Protect. Must fight.
Where do you think you're going?
hates this so much. Sorry, BP's my best friend in the whole world. Stop hurting him.
Must defend my mission.
BP, I'm sorry, I'm not strong enough. I wanted to be with you forever.
Khalil, together, BP, alone, BP, cry.
You stupid machine! You killed my family! You took everything from me! Why did you have to be here? Why you? Why?
Beautiful. What a perfect example of humanity.
You took everything from me. You killed my brother. You killed my mother. If it weren't for you, they'd still be alive!
Hey, come on. That's enough.
I did it! Now that this goddamn thing is dead, I can forage wherever I want. Just wait, you goddamn freak! Now I can make all kinds of powerful weapons! Just leave it to me! Leave it all to me!
Look, we get it, okay? Really?
Hatred and madness will never heal a wounded heart.
Maybe it's just all he's capable of right now.
Revenge is a fool's errand.
Yeah, I know.
Law of robotics. So, I will use this to talk about one of my favorite little things that connects Nier to Automata. BP survives that. BP reactivates an indeterminate amount of time later, and ends up flying out and seeing the world. And he ends up seeing that the world is engulfed in conflict between robots that look like him and then other robots that look similar to humans. And largely because of BP, he ends up interacting with that machine network, and essentially implants the idea of free will to them. From that point on, BP just kind of goes on living. That's one of the side stories that came out much later. Of the three side stories that kind of connect I would say directly to Automata, which would be Emil versus the Space Aliens, BP's story, and Ending E. Ending E. I like BP's the most. Like, Ending E is incredibly significant. Emil versus Space Aliens on its surface is kind of silly. It being super plot relevant is really funny. Oh, I can't use it right now. But the BP one is like ridiculously significant because it also somewhat implies that Gideon is also responsible for Yarha.
Maybe Populus found some information about the Shadow Lord. Let's drop by the village.
Very well.
To what extent? Unknown. But that is the implication that arises from that story. And the reason why BP even like feels that connected to free will or wants to spread the message like that is because of his time with Khalil.
Thinking.
This is also a new thing that was added in 1.22.
Why was a shade hanging out with a machine?
It appeared the creature was actually issuing orders to that mechanical minion.
Do you think the shade had a reason for what it did?
Actually,
Look, it doesn't matter what a shade is or isn't thinking. All that matters is that we kill every last one of them.
right. Sure. The idea of a shade trying to protect a robot is goddamn absurd. Still, you guys should be careful.
What do you mean?
If the shade inside me ever takes over, I'm probably going to attack you.
That's not gonna happen. You are no shade.
The lad is correct. You are many things, hussy, but a shade is not one of them. Shades, for example, do not come equipped with such foul and scurrilous mouths.
How about I cram your face up your own asshole, book?
Don't worry, Kaine. If your shade ever takes over, I'll stop you.
You will you? Thanks, Emil.
Like, the additional scenes aren't like super massive. Like, I honestly think the biggest additions when it comes to these scenes are the Emil chapters. But they're just nice. It's more of just all these characters kind of just getting to be together. They're not super massive in terms of importance of recontextualizing everything. But it's just nice. And I also like that they added them mostly in Route B. Route B and Route C. Also, speaking of things that are added in 1.22... Here comes another one of the also really big ones.
Hey, Popola.
Ah, you're back.
Have you learned anything more about the Shadow Lord's key?
I'm sorry, but it's going to take me some time yet.
I see. Well, can I take something off your plate in the meantime?
Oh, how about this? You know the ferryman with the red bag, right? Well, he's been skipping out on work lately. Can I ask you to go to Seafront and check on him?
Sure thing.
Now we got to experience a little bit more of the Little Mermaid.
This feels alarmingly familiar.
Ha! I'm sure that couple is merely having another one of their inane spats. Let us do our utmost not to get dragged into it this time,
If only.
Man, I'm bushed. Oh, you
actually forget where the cutscenes for this one start. You're slightly tougher than the other one. Still not enough. Gotta remember, right trigger is to dash, left is to drift.
Yeesh. I don't think I've ever seen fog this thick before. Huh? What's that?
Where did that enormous ship even come from? Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
What's wrong?
Oh, hey, I remember you. You're the ones who helped us out way back when.
Seeing as we've come all this way, I suppose we had best ask, what is the matter?
I had a fight with my husband, and he ran away from home.
Yes, yes. You may color me utterly flabbergasted.
But it's all that idiot's fault. I was saving up a bunch of apples, and he went and ate 10 of them.
That's actually
Sort of impressive.
Well, sure, I may have lost my temper a little, but I can't believe he just up and left. He's been gone for a week now, and it's...
All right, all right. We'll help you find him.
Really? Oh, thank you so much.
And here we go again. Shall we begin by asking around at the tavern like before?
Hey there. I'm looking for the guy with the red bag. You seen him around lately?
Really? Is that couple fighting again?
Yeah, the guy took off and hasn't been seen since. I take it this isn't a surprise.
I'll admit, eating 10 apples in a row like that is kind of impressive.
Hardly. Their arguments are legendary. We're actually considering selling tickets as a tourist attraction. Anyway, I think he's from that village with the library. Maybe he went back home. I think his brother is a guard there or something.
Thanks for the tip. I'll see what I can figure out.
Say, you're pretty handsome. Care to buy a lonely woman a drink?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. Might be something wrong if you're self-describing yourself as lonely. And trying to be seductive at the same time.
Hard to believe a ship of this size managed to run aground. What was that? Hey, is someone there? Okay, I definitely heard someone cough just now. Maybe it's one of those kids from town? But where are they? There you are. What are you doing here, kid? And who are you, anyway? Were you a passenger on this ship, maybe? Hey, it's okay. You don't need to be scared.
So
To
now,
think that couple's petty squabbles have become something of an attraction for the locals.
Doesn't surprise me in the least. Seeing people like that puts a little spring in your step, you know?
You humans truly are a maddening bunch. Such buffoonery does little more than wear this old tome out.
for as much as the game kind of sends you back and forth during this, I do like that it actually makes use of Seafront and gives you a reason to go there every now and then, or at least come back there every few times.
Hey there. How you feeling? Well, your cough seems better at least. Check it out. I brought you some bread today. Oh, easy there. Jeez, you must have been starving. Well, look, no one's gonna take this from you, so just take it easy so you don't choke on it, okay? So, what were you doing on this boat, kid? Actually, scratch that. First things first. I can't just keep calling you kid. You got a name? Well, this is going nowhere fast. Let's see. Louise. Yeah, what about Louise? I mean, it just sort of popped into my head, but what do you think? Guess you're okay with it. Well, it's nice to meet you, Louise.
We searched the southern plains back when the wife ran off too, right?
I believe we did, yes.
Lots changed since then. So it's kind of nice when we find something that hasn't. The fact that couple is still arguing almost fills me with, I don't know, hope, I guess.
If you asked me, that particular couple could benefit from a little change.
Also would explain why they populated the in-between a little bit more. Because that gives you a few more enemies and stuff to do, instead of just walking back and forth.
Oh, hey, it's you. What's up?
You're related to the ferryman who carries a red bag around, right?
Yeah, he's my little brother. Haven't seen him in a while, though.
A shame. Have you any idea where he may have absconded to?
Not a clue. Like I said, I haven't seen him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, but the last time I did see him, he said something about using his ferry to deliver letters. Maybe you should try talking to someone at the post office.
I guess we could ask the postman over in Seafront.
Just once, I would enjoy receiving a quest that can be solved in the general vicinity of the Asker.
Just want things easy, Vicey.
I cannot believe how many trips we have made simply to track down a single man.
It's all right to do this kind of thing every now and then.
I only pray this is not the calm before some manner of storm. You say there, lad, have you ever penned a missive?
You mean a letter? No. I'm not big on writing. It always takes me forever to figure out what I want to say.
What's to figure out? One simply takes quill in hand and unleashes their soul upon the canvas of the page.
Whatever you say, Vice.
Honestly, Vice isn't too wrong. Writing's easy if you just kind of let your heart out.
Louise? Say, where'd you get that red bag? Found it on the ship, did you? You kids are so darn curious about everything. Anywho, it's good to see you. Afraid I don't have any bread today, but I did bring you something. Here, it's a ribbon. Let me tie it in your hair for you. Well, what do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Huh. What's that on the floor? Oh, it's a mirror. Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's go ahead and check out your new look. If you go over there where it's brighter, you'll be able to see yourself more clearly. What's wrong? Don't you want to see? Oh, I see. You don't like sunlight. Guess your eyes are pretty sensitive after spending all this time in the dark, huh? Well, it's not like we can have you stay here forever. We should work on getting you out of here so you and me can go look at the sea together. How's that sound?
Right.
Hey, Postman. Oh, sorry. You're not him.
I'm sure as hell not. I just swung by to pick up a letter and wound up running the damn place. Anyway, you here for a package or something?
No. There's this couple who's always fighting, and the husband took off. So I'm trying to track him down. Ring any bells?
Sorry, pal. You're asking the wrong guy. Still, that's pretty weird. My buddy's daughter took off too. Maybe running away is the cool thing to do now.
I find it exceedingly unlikely this pair of runaways is mere coincidence.
Any idea where she might have went?
That is the question, isn't it? Actually, you know what? I bet she went to check out the huge shipwreck that drifted into the inlet the other day. Not often something like that comes around. It's all the kids have been talking about.
Time to check out the ship then.
Hey, Louise. I brought your food for today. What's wrong? Aren't you hungry? Huh. You haven't been eating much lately. Are you okay? Well then, let's try this. Yeah, sorry about that. It's called a song. Humming a jaunty tune is the best thing for putting a spring in your step. Songs are like a little bit of wisdom that makes the tough times easier. I love them personally. I mean, not that I'm any good at singing. Whoa, your voice is a bit rough there.
She's trying.
But you're actually pretty good. You know, I knew someone who lived in the town lighthouse before she died. She used to hum this same song a lot. I heard it every time I stopped by to deliver something, and I guess it just kind of stuck.
I really also like that they found a way to connect the lighthouse lady to this.
Of course, that was quite a while ago. Hey, are you trying to cheer me up? You are a kind soul, Louise.
The Little Mermaid.
I'm sensing some really weird magic going on here, Sunshine. You feeling it too?
Yeah. Is it a shade?
Are you actually trying to think something through rather than just jumping in and killing?
What's wrong, Kaine?
Nothing. It's just... I'm sensing a presence from seafront. Something like a shade.
A shade in the town? That's not good.
And this explains them jumping in.
A shipwreck, is it? I suppose we might as well investigate, seeing as how we lack any other tenable leads.
Right. Let's head for the inlet. Kaine. Emil. What's going on? I haven't seen you two come into Seafront in, well, ever, I guess.
Sorry for the surprise. Kaine said she sensed something strange in the area.
Strange how? Like a shade?
Maybe? Not sure. There's some kind of sound or something coming from up ahead.
What an incredibly specific piece of information the hussy has graced us with.
What is it, Kaine?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
We're gonna need to figure out some way to get inside that thing.
This ship is in a state of wanton decay. Surely we can find a hole or some such if we put our minds to it.
Trying to figure out what I would need for this. What I would want. Probably whirlwind. Mostly because I'm going to want the DPS, and Lance can somewhat do distance.
These planks seem to be covering a rather large hole.
We can probably get in if we move them out of the way.
I'm worried about whatever it is Kaine is sensing. We should make sure we're really prepared before going inside.
So let's head in.
So, were you able to write that letter? You know, now that I've taught you how. Not yet, huh? Well, there's certainly no reason to rush. You know, it makes me happy that you've taken such a shine to me. First time we met, I didn't have the foggiest idea what was going on in that head of yours. So, hey, I've been thinking. How about you come live with me? It might be kind of nice to have a daughter around. Not into it, huh? Guess I should have figured. I'm sad to hear it, but it's your choice, of course. Huh? The floor's wet. Wait, is this blood? Oh dear. Are you... Oh, baby, that is one hell of a smell. We got something real nasty nearby, eh, Sunshine? Come on, don't tell me you ain't picked up on it yet. You of all people gotta know what this smell means.
This ship is in poor condition indeed. Do try not to thrash about and bring its timbers down around us, hussy.
Whatever.
You sure you're all right, Kaine?
You really shouldn't push yourself. Hey, I've got an idea. How about you and me search outside and get some nice fresh air in the process?
Sure. Let's do that.
Sounds good. Take care of Kaine for us, Emil.
Emil is on the case. Come on, Kaine. Let's get the lead out.
Love you, Emil.
This place is pretty gloomy. I'm having a hard time imagining any townsfolk hanging around here.
Well, as we've no other leads, let the search begin. Look there, on the floor.
And there's still some oil in it. Nice.
And we got a lantern.
Wait, did you see that girl just now?
I did indeed. How on earth did she manage to get behind us? Perhaps she is the runaway we heard tell of at the post office. Best track her down and take her back to town with us.
So yeah, her lack of speech.
There's no one here.
Weird. It's like we just saw a ghost.
Oh, what foolishness. I am certain this room merely contains a secret passageway or the like.
Yeah, her lack of her lacking ability to speak.
There may be clues somewhere that tell of how it ran aground.
The fact that she ends up learning to write.
It looks really dark.
Learning to write to either communicate as well as also learning to sing.
Then perhaps we ought to make use of that lantern we just found,
What's this? An apple. It's a bit bruised, but it's not super old or anything.
I wager it was dropped by that fruit-loving ferryman with the red bag. Perhaps he absconded to this ship to wait out the storm after yet another spirited debate with his wife.
Let's keep moving.
Oh, what was that sound just now?
Sounds like it came from the floor above us. This barrel's been knocked over, and there's flour everywhere.
Surely it was toppled by the girl we saw at the entrance. Wait. Cast your eyes to the floor, lad.
Footprints.
The missing child left white tracks in her passing. Should we follow them, I expect we will find our way to her.
Man, this book's got some serious heft to it. Wonder what it's for.
It would seem to be this ship's logbook. Let us avail ourselves of a gander. Records of the routes it traveled, the weather it encountered, and the places it made port, all in a painstaking level of detail. I would expect no less for a vessel of this size, until the day the records suddenly cease.
What the hell happened on this ship?
And now that you're going through this a second time, it's also a lot easier to piece together aspects of what happened.
Hey, there's a notebook on this desk. Oh wow, this thing is crammed full of information.
A record of the cargo they carried, no doubt. Let me see. By my pages, this ship was used by slavers. How simply atrocious.
Wait, you're telling me they sold people?
And made out quite handsomely from the transactions, it would seem.
How could they do something like that?
I do not know, nor do I care to ponder it. Let it suffice to say there are monsters who trade coin for misery in all corners of this accursed world.
There's a breeze coming through.
That white vase is rather conspicuous. Try giving it a nudge. A hidden room. How delightful.
These chests are pretty huge.
And what do they contain? Treasure, perhaps?
Torture devices.
I wish. Looks like a bunch of iron tools.
Those are no mere tools, lad. They are instruments of torture. I shudder to think what evil transpired in this room.
I'm not fully aware
Did
of
you
it.
see that light?
A shame we cannot investigate.
Hang on.
Not fully aware of the original Little Mermaid side story. So I'm not sure how much detail it goes into when it comes to this stuff.
There don't seem to be any shades around, at least.
Fortunate for us. Now let no more time be wasted in our search for the townsfolk.
But it definitely doesn't give me the brightest
The white
impression.
tracks end here.
Wait, I hear something.
Singing.
Would it not be wise to explore the rooms on the floor above us?
Looks like somebody's journal. Here, let me see. It says the ship was attacked by some kind of monster. Seems like the person who wrote this holed up in here, while the monster roamed around the ship, killing everyone. Do you think that actually happened?
I cannot say. Though the term monster might well be referring to a shade.
I do like that despite how kind of choppy it is, you can discern that it is fleeting words.
Whatever that sound was, it stopped. I swear it sounded like a girl.
This is a voice pipe. A contraption by which one's voice can travel to a faraway location.
She also does get slightly better at speaking.
Which means the girl is in whatever room this pipe connects to.
Hold a moment. I spy a chart of the ship's layout on the wall. Yes. This pipe connects to a cabin in the ship's stern.
Onward and, inward, I guess.
This little lantern has brought us quite far, hasn't it?
Yeah. And the light it gives off makes me feel, I don't know, safe somehow.
Well, aren't we the romantic? A kitchen, is it? Heavens, look at the size of this saucepan. This must have been where they prepared meals for the crew.
There's a note stuck to the counter. Extra rice, hold the peppers. Looks like the crew had some say over how they ate.
To be picky about one's food while at sea is a luxury indeed.
So they were definitely making a lot of money.
Oh, damn. The hell is this smell?
Perhaps it is wafting from further inside?
Another apple.
Just how many apples does that quibbling husband keep on his person while he's out and about?
Let's keep searching. Vice? I think the floor
is...
Speak to me, lad. Are you hurt?
Been better, but I'll live. I can't see a thing down here. And what is that terrible stench?
I suspect we may have fallen into the ship's hold.
The lantern got away from me during the fall. We'd better look for it.
Is that?
Little bit of wandering in the dark.
Vice, that's it. We found the lantern.
About time. Might I suggest you cease the celebratory fanfare and light the blasted thing already? Oh dear. Look at the bodies. They are all people from town. And I fear the missing ferryman.
Oh no. This can't be real.
Why? Why did everyone have to... God damn it.
Pull yourself together, lad. Remember the presence Kaine sensed. The culprit who murdered these poor folk likely awaits us further within.
I won't let them get away with this.
That's enough, lad. Avert your eyes.
Why did things turn out like this? Did he leave me because of this body? I just want to be able to talk with him. I don't want him to be afraid of me. I don't want him to hate me. I want to maintain a human form. I want to look at the sun with my own eyes. I want to sing beautiful songs. So if I can just eat more people, maybe then I can become a human.
Hey there, you two.
Hey, I didn't know you guys came back inside.
Did we ever? Found a nice hole in the wall to slide through. But then we heard a bunch of noise coming from that super dark floor downstairs. You sure had us worried.
Yeah, sorry about that. You feeling better, Kaine?
A little, yeah. Sorry for the trouble.
Good. That's good.
Jeez, you seem really down in the dumps. Did something happen?
Tell me, Kaine, that presence you sensed.
It's on the floor above us.
I feared as much. It seems we've little choice but to press onward.
There's a bunch of crumpled up paper here. Letters, maybe?
They all seem to have the same words written upon them, but the penmanship is so poor I cannot make heads nor tails of it.
Like a child learning to write.
Oh man, that smell is getting ripe. How you feeling there, sunshine?
Not great. Can't you tell?
This would be the final room, yes? The culprit who murdered the townspeople may be behind this very door. Let us proceed with utmost caution.
It's that girl we saw when we first entered the ship.
Old lad. This is a lone child sitting inside a hulking ship littered with corpses. Something is clearly amiss.
There.
Oh man, this shade is nuts. I think I'm in love. You can feel her power hanging in the air, and she ain't even trying yet. Things are finally heating up. Huh?
Could this girl be the presence you sensed, Kaine?
Oh, hey, it's you. Been a while.
Wait, you're the postman. What are you doing here?
Oh, I've been coming here a lot lately. I think this girl was on the ship when it drifted in. I've been keeping an eye on her until she's well enough to leave. Hey, so this is kind of awkward, but... The girl is, you know, bleeding? I brought a bunch of bandages with me, but, well, how exactly does one deal with a woman's time of the month? Sorry. Clearly crossed a line there. Forget I said anything.
You get points for trying.
Stay the hell away from her. She isn't...
Kaine! Emil!
We'll figure something out. You just find a way to get the hell out of here.
2 of them will be fine, but you and I must withdraw. The ship is collapsing. We must leave at once.
Very much aware of that, thanks. Let's go. Shades! Damn it, they're in the way! Looks like we can get out through that hole up there.
It might be better if I just keep the Dark Blast.
Glad you two made it out in one piece.
Yeah, we're good. But that poor postman is still trapped inside.
We'd better go help him out.
No shade would dare pursue us into sunlight such as this. We should use the opportunity to ready ourselves. What on earth?
It also says a lot that even while in this form, she's maintaining the ribbon.
That is not precisely the case. It most certainly is being burned by the sunlight. However, its regenerative abilities far outpace whatever damage the light is able to inflict. This light, something is coming. Get out of the way at once.
Oh, listen, it's singing. This thing actually thinks it's a person.
So now how many people I ate. I was never satisfied.
I don't know where the singing lessons came from, but I do know it's sure as hell trying to eat us.
She's also the one that comes the closest to you being able to actually hear what she's saying.
Aim for the tentacles with faces on them.
Don't stop now. Focus on the next one.
Nobody ever helped me. This only one who was ever kind to me. He taught me what kindness is. I will become human. We'll speak the same language. We will stay together.
You're doing it for him? How sad. How precious.
Which way? Which way? Which way?
Now is our chance. Attack with all that you have. Did we get it? That thing's huge. To think it could recover from such a grievous wound.
Ordinary attacks aren't gonna do shit against this thing.
Hey, the guy from before is collapsed on the beach. That shade's got some kind of hard-on for it. We should take him hostage.
Shut your yap. I'm not in the business of using my blades on people.
Is this thing turning its body into spears and shooting them at us?
And there's your context for Kaine taking that guy hostage. It wasn't by her own initial decision, or at least her idea at first.
Fine then. I guess we'll all just sit around a campfire and sing songs until we get murdered.
God damn it.
Increasing.
Right first, then left.
My word, if this continues.
I broke my guard, but I'm still alive.
This guy's important to you, isn't he?
Here and now. Son of a... Is this thing immortal? How can it withstand such an onslaught?
I'm really scared, guys.
We will be in grave danger if it unleashes that attack. We must stop it.
I still lack the damage output. Maybe? I still lack the damage. I don't think you can beat that on Route B. It is also notable that her most powerful attack is her song.
I think we're in trouble.
What the hell are you doing? Stop him already!
My body won't... Damn it! Fuck!
Oh, no!
Don't be scared. Somehow, Sam will become human, and then we'll be able to...
What are you doing? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Stop! Don't hurt these people!
Let's look at the sea together.
So you've been lying to me this whole time?
That you told me to sing.
monster!
It stopped. Focus on the source of its magic. Aim for the head.
Want to be human. Want us to be together.
We can never be together. You disgust me.
That's such a yes body. Yeah, this is so
Thanks. You really saved our bacon.
You've all done so much for me. Offering a little refuge is the least I can do. I don't have the words to express how sorry I am. We all knew townspeople were out there being eaten by a shade, but I never imagined I was taking care of it this entire time.
The fault lies with that foul creature alone, Postman. Not yourself.
I hope I can believe that someday.
All right, well, we'd better get going. There's someone else we need to break this news to.
Fair enough. I hope to see you out there on the old letter trail again soon.
Hey, did you find my husband?
Yeah. The thing is...
Wait, why are you hesitating? Is he alright? Please tell me he's alright. Come on, say something already.
I told the little truth last time, so...
Your husband, left town. For good, I mean.
Does that mean he fell out of love with me? Is it because we were always fighting? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I actually loved fighting with him, you know? It was the only time I felt like we were really communicating. It made me so happy in this weird way. I guess it was only me who felt that way, huh?
It saddens this old tone to think we'll never hear those two at each other's throats again.
If only I'd gotten to him sooner. Damn it.
Do not let it burden you so, lad. You did the best you were able.
The hell's this, Sunshine?
A letter. That thing wrote it for the postman.
Ha! Man, that is some grade A chicken scratch.
She probably copied the letters as best she could.
So, what's it say?
I think our friend's gonna wake up soon. Let's go.
Hey, Kaine.
Yeah?
When you were threatening that shade on the beach the other day, how did you know it was trying to protect the postman?
Just a feeling, I guess.
All right.
Oh my god. That is something that we can get on Route C. Which means we're at the point where... the only thing we're missing is the loyal Cerberus. Because I still need to make something. You know what? Because I do need to make something to eat, I'll probably end after picking this up. So that way I can at least start the next part, with the finale of this, and then easily continue straight into C again. And I get some of the busy work stuff out, because the one after that is going to be longer.
Shades on the coast, the ferryman dead. You've had quite the rough trip. That poor ferryman used to tell me stories of the epic quarrels he had with his wife. He found the whole thing quite amusing. He loved her, though. He loved her with all that he was. I'm very sad to hear that he's gone. Still, you made it back safe, and I'm glad for that.
Have you any new information about the key to the Shadow Lord's castle?
I'm still working on the decryption, but I'm afraid progress has stalled. Loyal Cerberus might refer to a dog, but I've never seen anything that would fit the bill.
It must be pretty complicated if even you can't decode it. Well, you're our last hope, so please keep trying, okay?
I will. By the way, I was walking by your house earlier and I noticed you had some mail. You might want to check it out.
Thanks. I'll do that.
Oh, one last thing. Since the ferryman was missing work, I arranged for someone else to handle the job. I'll make sure they know to let you use the boat as before.
Gotcha.
Perfect.
Even without those we have lost, the world relentlessly continues to turn.
So I'll pick up that letter, save, and then... yeah, that'll be it for this part. Since part C is going to be faster, and it'll lead directly into something that I want to make sure has a lot more time. Because the repeat runs get exponentially faster. All while, I still haven't upgraded like anything.
The king is getting married. Does this old book good to see a boy become a man?
Probably not a good idea to turn down a wedding invitation from a king. Let's go to Facade.
And because I also don't remember when those specific ones start, I can stop here. Is there something I want to do before that? Because I know what I'll be dealing with. Do Whirlwind. Execution is also good because it'll be a bunch of enemies at once. You know what? I should set my words. I've had nothing in Dark Whirlwind? Power, armor break. Armor break. Reduce the MP cost. Execution. More magic power. EXP. I've had nothing on Phoenix Sword this entire time. I thought I had attack power on it. Speed drain. No. MP. EXP. These ones I should also increase guard resistance. It's physical defense. Increase physical strength and increase magic recovery. Oh, Soulsar is better. Perfect. So those are all set then. Let me see if I can sell stuff first to make sure that I get a 38,000. Because I want to pick up. I want to make sure I pick up the Phoenix Spear.
Hey, you. Yeah, I'm
Treasure map stuff.
Sure, I get one could have old. Well,
don't need. I want to keep that. I don't want to get rid of the titanium or the memory alloy. It also gets a lot easier to amass more money the more times that you're going through the junk heap. Keep the fluorite. Perfect. Now I have more than enough to get the to get my Phoenix Spear. Perfect. Okay. So yeah. Because I need to make something to eat. I will save here, and then then next time I do this will be wrapping up Route B, and then starting Route C, and then also getting close to the end of Route C, so that the one after that can be the big finale. So yeah, I like Route B a lot. Route B makes me feel bad in the best possible way of like, oh, I'm getting a power fantasy while actively being punished, or at least being scolded. It's a way I should probably put it. Where it's not like the game is forcing me to feel like a bad person, it's just giving me the backstory of these people. Even the fact that I used, well, no, people, because now you know the big twist. And so now you actually have proper perspective as to what you're actually doing. You're seeing the perspective of what's going on from one that isn't your own, with your own preconceived notions. And you're seeing how far off and wrong you've been in certain situations. All while Kaine has been actually listening to what the Shades have been saying, and how much that's been hurting her. I really, really, really like Route B. I like Route B so much that I'm actually a little bit upset that that you don't get that same experience for the first half of the game, where you're not able to like understand what's going on with the Shades from that point of view. But I understand likely why they did it that way, why they did it this way, why they probably didn't want to try to do that for like the first half of the game too. And I'm willing to completely make those concessions. But regardless, I like how awful this game makes me feel. Is the kindest way I could put it. It is my guilty pleasure feel bad game. Yeah. And I can't wait to remember what the Shadow Lord was saying. I also really like Loyal Cerberus, even though that one also hurts in its own very unique way. So yeah. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And yeah. Next time will be the end of Route B and then the start of Route C. And it should only get faster to kind of go from there. That'll be close to the end of the game too. So I should look up where I can find that ruby. Because I have no idea where I could probably go for that. So yeah. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I'm finally posting the schedule on Blue Sky. So that's no longer like a Discord only thing. So yeah. You can really tell that I'm workshopping this like off the top of my head. Link to the Discord is below on Twitch. You can also follow me on Blue Sky. I'm like drawing a complete blank of like what else I wanted or needed to say. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, and I will see you on Wednesday for the next thing I'm streaming. Which is... No, that one won't be a lot of reading despite being a visual novel. So I actually get the rest of my voice for a little bit. Yay. Either way, take care. Take care of yourselves. And later. Johnny.